Yeah. So yesterday we started debugging, right? So let me open the program, and this is the program which we have, you know, which we have debugged. So yesterday we discussed about like types of breakpoints. We have session breakpoints and external breakpoints and dynamic, of course, dynamic and static breakpoints. So we have discussed them, and of course we have discussed even what is F5, what is F6, what is F7, what is even F8. We have discussed all these things yesterday, and we even have discussed about watch point, how exactly we have to create the watch point and when exactly that particular watch point is useful, something like that we have discussed. Now today, so let us talk about how to put the breakpoint or how to set the breakpoint at messages or at some function modules or some subroutines or methods, how exactly you can keep the breakpoint dynamically. So we'll try to focus on that. So for today, the agenda is these 2 points, like setting the breakpoint dynamically and what exactly is go to statement and how many types of debuggers that we have, right? So let me debug this particular program, as we have already started debugging this yesterday. So let me give some data here. Let me execute it. Right. So always it is recommended to click on desktop 3 because it gives you more view. Like it will be very easy for you to understand the logic along with the data. So now double click on this. So these are all the data components that we always call them, right? So meaning these particular, either it could be an internal table or it could be a work area, or it could be a variable or whatever it is, right? These will hold some data. So for now, this is with 0 by 3, meaning 0 rows and 3 columns. This is always matrix. Table is always with matrix, right? So 0 rows, 3 columns, because this particular perform is not yet executed, right? Now, if at all, if I click on F5, what will happen is my cursor, see, my cursor is here. My cursor will go inside of this particular perform. If I click on F6, what will happen is my cursor will come down to line number 17 by executing this. So meaning basically both F5 and F6 both are same, but F5 is line by line execution, single step, whereas F6. So if at all our cursor is at a block of code, like block of code as in either it could be a perform, it could be a function module, or it could be a method, then only then the difference comes. Otherwise, both F5 and F6 both are same. Right. Now see, if I click on F5, I just went inside. Of course, we have discussed this yesterday. So I'm just like it's kind of recap. Even if I click on F5 or F6, both works similar. See, if I click on F5, line by line. Even if you click on F6, line by line only. See, it came to this from 16 to 17, it came, right? So this is how it works. And but when you are at, see here, now this time I don't want to click on F5, I'll just click on F6. See what will happen. So now by using this, like we got some data. Now we are using this and we are trying to change this internal table data. And now I really don't want to go inside this particular perform. In that case, you no need to click on F5. If you click on F5, it will go inside. Now let me click on F6. So what happens? It has executed the entire block. So just let me keep my cursor on this F6, meaning what? Execute. It has executed, the cursor has executed, the control has executed the entire block and it came to the next line. So that is what difference between F5 and F6. I hope you clearly understand this. Now again, let me click on F5. But now inside this, no, let's assume the case in this particular form and form, I have 1000 lines of code. And no performs, no function models, no methods. So in that case, probably both F5 and F6 both work same, right? Assume we have 100 lines of code here. No, I don't want to execute line by line. I just want to come out of this by executing all the code. I just want to come out of this particular form and form. In that case, you just say F7, meaning return. See, let me place my cursor on this F7 button. It is written, meaning what will happen if I click on F7, it comes out of this particular thing. Without my knowledge, I just went inside, but when I go inside, right, like it was all like known code only to me. So that is the reason I just want to come out of it. So F7. So now finally F8. So F8 is what? Breakpoint to breakpoint. Let me go inside of it. So now, so here, how many records that we have here? 99 records. In this internal table, we have 99 records. So if I click on F5 or F6, F7, whatever, right? If I click on F5 or F6, both are same here. See, either if I click on F5 or F6, Both work same. If I click on F7, what will happen? It will go out of this particular form and form. No, I don't want to go here. I don't want to go here. I just want to see how exactly this code is working. But if at all I need to come to this position, right? I need to look. I mean, I need to look every record of this internal table. F5. Right? In that case, dynamically you can set your breakpoint. So what is F8 is? So breakpoint to breakpoint. From this to breakpoint, directly it will go to this line. If you click on F8, it will come here. F8 is what? Breakpoint to breakpoint. If there is no if this breakpoint is not there, directly it will take you to the final output. See, let me say F8. This is what we have discussed yesterday. And now for today, the agenda is putting the breakpoint at a message, subroutine, function module, and method. So guys, like to show this to you, I just want to show this in the standard T code. That will be very much helpful to you. So for now, at least let me focus on how to set your breakpoint dynamically at a subroutine or a function module or a method. Okay, I just wanted to take the same program. So let's see how it goes. Guys, try to focus on these particular performs. Right. So now I have kept my breakpoint here. So we call this as session breakpoint and we call this as external breakpoint. We have discussed this yesterday. And now, I just want to start my breakpoint here. Now, so let's try to focus on this prepare final data. Okay. Right. Let me execute the program. Now, guys, assume the case you have 1,000 lines of code here, but somewhere there is a perform, name this one. Directly, I just want to go there. But at least in this particular program, what happens is you can directly see this. Okay, this is get VBAK, get VBAP, get Mara, prepare final data. But this is not the case. Assume this particular program is having 1,000 lines of code, thousands of lines of code. But for sure, there is a perform this name. I don't want to debug my code line by line. Directly, I just want to debug that particular perform, that particular subroutine. I just want to debug it. Oh, okay. Then how to do that? However, you have started the debugger. We have set the breakpoint. However, my cursor is here and we have started the debugger. Yes, my web debugger is started. Now, so go for breakpoints here. Go for breakpoints. So breakpoint at a subroutine. Just focus on this. I repeat, breakpoint at subroutine. Okay. Okay. What is the program name and what is the subroutine name that exactly you want to do? So my program name is GSD_sales report. This is my program. And if you don't remember the subroutine, directly you can click on F4. You will get to know. I mean, you can see all the performs here. So now I just want to debug it directly. Say OK. That's it. Now your breakpoint is set. It has been set dynamically. You no need to worry. Blindly, you can click on either F7 or F8. Go for F8. Go for F8. Now what happened is inside this particular subroutine, SAP has automatically set a breakpoint for you. Now see, now your cursor is stopped at this particular subroutine. Now you can go on like debug line by line. Like, oh, okay, now I am in this particular subroutine. I just want to debug it. How exactly the data is flowing. Right. This is one case. Now let me go F8. Let me go for F8. Now in the same program. Right. So see, all those are dynamic breakpoints. They'll not be saved. All those are dynamic breakpoints, right? So they'll not be saved. Okay. Now in the same program, we have this particular class and this particular method. Now I just want to keep my breakpoint in this particular class and in this particular method. My point is this one. So far we have seen this, and now my point is this one. Okay. I just want to keep my breakpoint in this particular method. Okay, let's see how it works. But before you, I mean, at least to go to that place, at least I should stop in the debugger mode. So if at all you want to stop in the debugger, so just put your breakpoint at the first executable line here. Right, this is the first executable line. So all these are declarations. We know them, right? All these are declarations, and this is the first executable line. Okay, let me go for F8 again, and let me give the data. Let me say F8. Now context remains same. Now we have to put the breakpoint. So sorry, breakpoint at, where is that method? And my class is this one. If you remember, my class is this one, and you can click on F4 for the methods. See, you have almost 46 methods, but I am very sure that this is the method which I have used in the code. Now, see, my breakpoint is set. My breakpoint is set dynamically. So now let me click on F8. Now, if you really observe the code, now this particular breakpoint has been set in this particular class and in this particular method of this class. So this is how you can dynamically set your breakpoint based on the context and the need. Right now, of course, now see guys, tell me now I am inside of this particular method. I am inside of this particular method. I don't want to run this entire logic. I just want to come out of it. If I click on F5 or F6, it behaves different. I just want to come out of this. What I have to do?
F7. F7.
Perfect. Click on F7. It came out. Let me close this. See, now it came out. It displayed the data. It came out. This is what the point is. Now we are not done yet. Still, we'll try to focus on something else. Right? Not only that, yeah. Like see, in the prepare, we have this read table, or we have this loop at. All these are keywords. No, all these are statements. SAP ABAP statements. All these are right. So let me copy this. I don't want to keep the breakpoint here. Let's just go back again. See now to set the breakpoint dynamically at a subroutine or at a method. And of course, in my program, I have not used any functional module. So that is the reason I'm not in a position to show you that case. But I hope you understand it in detail. Right? Let me click on desktop 3 always. So this is what at least I like to see. Breakpoint at a statement. Breakpoint at a statement. See? Let me try this. Say OK. So now your breakpoint is set dynamically. Right now, directly let me click on F8. See, your breakpoint is set at these two places. So these two places are dynamically the breakpoint has been set. Right. So now your cursor is at the first breakpoint, and then you can go for F5, and you can debug whatever you want to do. I hope you understand this, guys. I hope you understand this. Yeah. Now let me say F5. Now I have two breakpoints set. Since I am inside the loop, so each and every time, see, even if I click on F8, yes, this is triggered. Click on F8, this is triggered. And again, one more record for the next record. This is triggered. Again F8, this is triggered. Oh my God, it takes a lot of time. So whenever if you keep breakpoint inside the method or do something like that, right? So those will be triggered as many times the loop runs. So double click on this. Delete all the breakpoints which are dynamically set. Save it, execute it. That's we got the data. Any questions?
Clear, sir.
Right. Sir, I have a question, sir. So how many breakpoints that we can set in a session? How many breakpoints that we can set in a session? Max 30. Of course, you won't get this question in the interview, but still have this in your mind. Max 30 breakpoints that we can set in a session. OK, so that part I cannot show that to you now. So just keep that in your mind. Right. The next point is, sir, is there any possibility for us to change the values in the debugging? Is there any possibility for us to change the values in the debugging? Of course, let's give it a try. 49 Xcode. Again, desktop 3. I don't want to go inside F6. Even also F6. Here also F6. Here I just want to go inside. Click on F5. And I don't want all these lines to be executed. Let me keep my dynamic breakpoint here. So let me say F8. So my cursor is here. Now, if you look at the internal table, yes, my internal table has 99 records, 7 columns. Let me double click on this. So if this is not so clear to you guys, so it is always you have an option of ALV grid display. Click on it so you can see the data in this way. Right. So let me go back. Let me go back. So my point is for 4970, I have selected all these four records, all the 4970 records. See here, you have a service of tool. Click on it. So now you tell me what exactly you just want to change the selected rows, or you just want to delete the selected rows, or you just want to append a new row or insert a new row or delete the whole table. So at least for now, let me go with this option. So see, these are in input enable mode. So here I'll say nog, and of course, definitely your name remains same for all the four things. At least for you to show you some. I have changed it. Now I have only one record for 4971. Let's see if at all I want to delete it. Select that. Go here. Delete the selected row. So you want to delete the selected row? Yes, please. Even you can select multiple records also. That's totally your choice. Now let me click on desktop 3 again. Let me click on F8. Let's see what happens. See, this value for the first 4970 record, sales order number, we got the values, and 4971 is deleted. So this is how, like, sometimes what happens is you don't know like whether this is the proper place for me to write the logic or not. You are not so sure on that. So in that case, what you have to do is change the values in the debugging mode. And just observe the output. If the output is changed as you have changed, yes, that's where you have to write the logic. So this is what we have to do, right? So now the other thing that I wanted to discuss with you is, so we know like how to put the dynamic breakpoint at subroutines, and we know even how to put the breakpoint at function module dynamically. I'm talking dynamically at the methods and even at the messages. So this is very, very important for us to know. So at least in this particular server, we don't have, VA02, some 4970. So see, I'm just getting a lot of messages. Now exactly, I just want to see from where this particular issue is coming up. See, whenever you get any message like this, you get the message like this, just click on it. If it is a standard message, definitely you will get this, like you will get like this. The first two characters are the message ID, meaning message class name, and the last three are message number. Okay, so what exactly you mean to say? So AM010. Okay, let me go to message class T code. So AM010. So the first two characters are the message class, and the last three are, of course, it will be with 5 digits only. That's it. 5 characters, I mean to say, right? So let me click on display. So address does not exist. So same message you have got, right? Address does not exist. So I don't know what this address is, but these are all dynamic messages. So till here it will be same. It's kind of static, and here all these values like percentage, ampersand. We call them as ampersand, right? So those will be for dynamic values. So now my point is, I really don't know, since this is standard T code. This is VA02 standard T code, right? I just want to know from where exactly this message is coming up. So if you ask me, it takes hell lot of time. So because we know, right, like VA02 will be having a program in the back end, and that particular program will be having huge code because that's a standard program, right? So I don't want to debug all that lines. So directly I just want to go to the place for this place. Now, if that is the case, then let me reopen the session again for you to have, right? So before you enter it, let's start with /h. /h, enter. See, /h is one of the T code command prompt. We have to enter /h. So once you click on /h, what happens is, so if you don't know from where to start the debugging, if you really don't know from where to start the debugging, click on /h. Click on /h, and now see, debugger is switched on. Now you can enter. Right now, see, oh my God, see the standard program, hell lot of code is there. So we really don't know, like even if you go inside of this module, and if you go inside of this, you can find hell lot of code, but I really don't want to waste my time. So again, breakpoint, at a message. I know the message. I saw it sometime back, and the message ID is AM010. Say OK. See, my breakpoint is set. Directly click on F8. Your cursor will go and stop here. You really don't need to waste your time to find where exactly we are getting that message. See, here we are getting the message. See, message evening error 010 and some address number. This is what you are getting there. And this is where you are getting it. So, sir, why we are getting this one? So you have to find it out. My agenda is to show you how to take you to that particular place. That's it. So this particular message is triggered because of this. What is this? LV address number is initial. We need to find out why it is initial. We need to find out why it is initial. LV address number found. So this value is not coming from this. So you have to keep the breakpoint here and you have to see why it is not being filled. Something like that you have to check. Right. Again, you can come back and then you do all your things and all. No. So this is what I do. So because of this, we are getting this. Because of this meaning, since it is initial, we are getting this. So I thought like, OK, by using this particular perform, this value should be changed ideally, but which is not happening. So I need to go here and then I need to, do my R&D and find the place. This is what you have. So since like, see, I have kept my breakpoint here now. I have even saved it now. Let me say F8. F8, F8, F8. Let me close this, otherwise you will be confused. See, now this time my breakpoint is in the same place because of this. So now it is blank. I'll have to go inside. I'll have to check what exactly is written in this particular perform. Go inside, click on F5. So now you have to find the logic why this particular value is being blank. Something like that you have to find out. So you have a lot of logic here. So you have to do your R&D. So ultimately, my agenda for you is how exactly we have to go to the place where the message is raised. We saw it now. Any questions?
No, sir. Clear, sir.
Right. So which is very important, guys. Yeah, it is being triggered at many places. At least you can confirm. Sorry. I can't do all this now. Second. No. Let me close it. Let me close it again, man. Okay, in that case, I don't know, like, see, even I'm trying to click on F8, F8 is coming all the way. So simple. I'm in the debugger only. Same debugger. Delete all breakpoints. All the breakpoints are deleted. Now F8. Now see, now I'm out of the circle. So there are many options for you to go and do your R&D and do your research in the debugging mode. You can happily do them. So it's almost 23 minutes now. What is left for today? So we have even seen this, and yeah, let me even show this to you. This is one of the important. Let me open the other server, because in this server we are having some issue to open the sales order, right? Here, let me open the T code VA02. Let me open the transaction, I mean the sales order number. So even sometimes you will get this kind of pop-up actually. I just want to know from where this particular pop-up is coming. Even pop-up is also a message, right? Even pop-up is also a message, right?
Yes,
you
sir.
just click on it. Just click on help. Click on it. It shows me this particular message. V1081. Okay, fine, understood. Go back. 02. Before you click on enter, make sure the debugger is on. How to start the debugger /h. If you don't know where to keep the breakpoint, directly go for /h. My debugger is on. Now you click on enter. What is the message number? Do you remember it? Guys, do you remember it?
No, sir.
B1081. F8. See? Directly you are at the same place. Questions are, is this clear or not?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Same message. So now you can see like why exactly this message is coming, because this condition is not successful. If this condition is successful, we would have got this, but we are getting this, meaning this particular if is failed. So that is the reason we are coming to else part. So like this, you can go and do your R&Ds and all. Right. So we saw how to check an error message, and even we saw how to check an information message also. Right. I think this part is so clear to you now. How many types of debuggers that we have, and what about the go to statement? So we have two types of debuggers, right? We have two types of debuggers. So let me close this. I don't need this now. Right. We have two types of debuggers. The first one is classical debugger and a new debugger. Classical debugger, new debugger. So the moment when my debugger is started, see, let me say F8. Do I have the breakpoint here? No, I don't have the breakpoint here. Now see, I have kept my breakpoint here. F8 value, say execute. This is new debugger. This is new debugger. So how can you confirm whether it's a new debugger? So the look and feel of this new debugger is this one. And if you really observe, how many sessions are there here now? One is for the report where we have executed the program, and the other one is the new debugger, meaning the new debugger is taking one session. How many sessions that we can open in a server? Tell me.
6, sir.
Right. So now its count is 2 now. Now let me go to this particular debugger, and we will talk on these also in the next sessions. Don't worry. So now single continue go to statement debugger sessions. Restart. Single step. Okay, all these are there. Continue to cursor. Okay, go to statement is fine. Debugger session. Switch to should be there, no? Breakpoint settings. Miscellaneous. Continue to cursor. Huh? No. Go to statement debugger. Exclusive debugger mode is on. Okay, maybe because of this we are not in a position to open the classical debugger, so don't worry. However, I'll show that to you for sure. Let me see F8. Let me see F8. So, how many sessions are open now? Only one, right? Guys, are you there in the call?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is session number 2, session number 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if I click on one more session, max sessions are reached, meaning see, this is my program. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sessions are open already. Now I just want to execute the session. Now, as I told you some time back, new debugger takes a new session, but unfortunately all the sessions are consumed now. So let me say F8. See, no additional external mode available for the new debugger. You get my point, right? Now what happened is, in the same session itself, see, all these 5 are available, but in the same session itself where we have executed the program, in the same session itself, we have got this particular classical debugger. Guys, do you understand the difference?
Yes, sir. Understand, sir.
Exactly. This is the point. So now here you will have an option called switch to new debugger. If at all you want to switch to new debugger, even if you click on it, it won't allow you to, because sessions are consumed. See, no additional mode is available for this new debugger. This is classical debugger. So, but see, even here also, FI, all these are same. But look and feel wise, like it is very old approach. It is very, very old one. Right? Very old approach to debug the code. Now, what I will do is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'll close one session. Now, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, total 5 we have. Now, sorry. Now I can utilize the new debugger. Switch to new debugger. See. Now it is changed to new debugger. Now see. It is changed to new debugger. I hope this is clear to you guys. Any questions?
Clear.
No, sir. Clear, sir.
Right, perfect. Now sometimes we have to go for stack also. I'll also explain you what is stack and all. But yeah, we have seen we have two types of debuggers. One is classical and the other one is new debugger. Last statement for today. Let me come out of this particular form and form. Let me click on F7. Now, guys, what is the purpose of go to statement? Go to statement is definitely used, but the point is we have to understand the context, like how exactly go to statement is working in forward direction and in backward direction. How it is working, we have to understand it. So what is forward direction? What is backward direction, sir? Now, so where is your cursor now? Your cursor is at line number 17. Now you just tell me, is this particular perform executed or it is yet to be executed? Is it executed?
Yet to be executed.
Exactly, it is yet to be executed because see the cursor is at line number 17. It is not executed yet. We have to execute it now by clicking on either F5 or F6, whatever you want to do. Now the point is sometimes what happens is now you got to know that, or at least you are predicting that because of this particular perform we are getting some issue. Assume the case because of this particular perform or because of this particular line we are getting the issue. Now I just want to skip it. How to skip it? If you click on breakpoint here, if you click on F8, this will be executed and come to this place. But my point is I don't want to execute this line at all. Are you clear with my context or any questions?
Yes.
Right. My point is, so I am not saying that just come to this line, come to line number 21. No. If you click on F6, you will come to line number 21 only. Point is skip the execution of it. If you click on F6, what will happen? It will be executed and it will come to this line. If you click on F8, breakpoint to breakpoint, cursor to breakpoint, it will come here only. But by executing this particular perform. Now I just want to skip it. How to skip it? So simply place your cursor. So now your cursor is at line number 17. Place your cursor. So let me place your cursor on the line to where you want to go to. Right click on it, Shift F12. Ideally, we can go with Shift F12, but see, go to statement we can use. Go to statement we can use. Now let me keep my cursor on this line. Right click, go to statement. Otherwise, just set your breakpoint on this line. Go to statement. That is what I'm telling you. Shift F12. Now let's see what will happen. Now let me keep my cursor here. Right click, go to statement. Now you tell me, guys. What do you think? Whether this particular perform is executed? No. How can you say, sir? See, we have the value at VBAK, but we don't have the value at VBAP. See, it is 0, meaning this entire perform is skipped now because we have gone for go to statement. From this line to this line we came. We came to this line without executing this. This is what I mean to say. Guys, are you clear? Any questions?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Perfect. So this is what I wanted to convey you. This is forward direction. If at all you are going in a forward direction, go to statement. What it does is it skips the lines of execution. It skips the lines of execution. Now, even you can go back also. Now my cursor is at line number 21. I just want to go to this line. Right click on this line. Go to statement. You can go back. Happily, if you click on F5, see that is what sometimes you don't know like what happened in this one. Knowingly or unknowingly, you just came down. Just came down from this line to this line. No. I just want to debug this particular performance. So what exactly is happened here? So then you can keep the cursor, go to statement. Of course, now your cursor is here only. Now you can go inside and you can do your debugging and all. Any questions, guys? Go to statement. It's very important. We very frequently we use this. Very frequently we use these go to statements and putting up the breakpoint and the messages. Now you tell me, so we have covered all these things. How many types of debuggers that we have?
2 types, sir.
2 types, sir.
Perfect. How many breakpoints that we can set?
30.
Max? 30.
Max
Perfect.
30.
So now let me wind up for today. So tomorrow we'll try to focus on very important one, update debugger, where commit works comes into picture. Next, system debugger, pop-up debugger, and this is also very important. And last 2 are also very important. So we have covered till 5 points, and we are ready to cover the last 6. So guys, it is not like listening the debugging classes. I want you to practice them thoroughly. If you don't practice them, no, again, story remains same. Telugu movie being watched by Tamil guy with Malayalam subtitles. Okay? You can't read it, you can't understand it. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you, sir.